Hi YouTube, my name's Drew, and you're watching Drawing with Drew. About a year ago, I got the UGEE 1910B, and I did a review on it. I'll link it over here if you have not seen it already. You can click on the link there, or you can just check it out in the bottom description. It has been an amazing monitor. I have zero complaints with it. Obviously the monitor looks like this, it's 19 inches. All of the hookups are underneath. You can check it out in my other video. I won't move my setup around too much here. The USB cord plugs into your USB port on your computer. If you're using a MacBook, you're going to need the adapter, and you're going to need a separate DVI cable because this guy only comes with the VGA. Not a big deal though, you can pick that up on eBay really cheaply. I just throw it into my Thunderbolt port and then turn it on, and it just mirrors exactly what's on my desktop. I'm just going to open up Manga Studio, which is what I use for all of my drawing. And I'm actually just finished my very first book that's now up on Amazon. I will link that as well in the description. If you want to check it out, feel free to kind of take a peek at it to see how the art turned out. I'm quite pleased with it, and this is my first book, so I'm quite pumped as well. So high quality, I use Create Space to do it, and it looks great. So I'll just open a new document here. The pen is still very, very responsive. I'm still on the first nib. They sent me with the little case here with 2, 4, 6, 8 different nibs just in case this one breaks, and they send you with an extra pen as well. Of course I haven't needed that either, so I've got a few reserves, another reserve if I need to. And again, you know, depending on what program you're using, it'll be a little bit different, but essentially the same thing. The pressure sensitivity is excellent. You know, you can do pretty much anything you want to here. I'll just randomly draw stuff here. I don't know what I'm drawing. Build quality is excellent. I have had zero problems with anything breaking on me. As I do with all my things here, I'll just drop the opacity down really low here so that I'll do a trace over this one. And I'll make it a little bigger so you guys can see it a little easier. Another thing I love with this Manga Studio is you can change the amount of stabilization. So if you're worried about having shaky lines, you can always bump this up a lot higher to say, let's say 50% stabilization, and your lines are much, much smoother and look a lot more professional. So as I mentioned in my very first video with the UGEE, who is this marketed towards? I would say it's for people who are interested in getting into the art world and don't want to spend a ton of money on a drawing monitor that they can actually see, like similar to the Cintiq. But of course the Cintiq is mega dollars, so if you're wanting to get in, see what you're doing, and not using one of those kind of like bamboo style, you know, monitors where you're drawing and looking at the screen instead of actually drawing on the screen, this I would say is an excellent option for you. I've used the Intuos 3 before, and where you're drawing on a pad essentially and then you're looking at the screen, and it's just, there's a bit of a disconnect. And if you're someone who uses that, it's great, and a lot of people have used that for many years. I'm not trying to say it's not a good piece of tech either. You can use that, but this is just something a little bit easier with it. You can you know, see and manipulate things a lot easier in my opinion. And again, the distance from the pen nib to the glass screen doesn't affect anything that I'm doing. If for example I'm drawing far away and I'm having an issue with trying to get, you know, the pen doesn't quite line up, then all I simply do is zoom in, and the pen is so much bigger that you don't have a problem with lining anything up. You have exact points where your pen's going to touch. There's no problem. I find there's zero issues with it. So if you're interested in purchasing one of these, I would highly recommend it. Head over to Amazon. You can get it for roughly $400. And there's also the 2150 if you want to go for a higher model. It's more expensive. It's I think around the 600 US mark, but there's more features, and I'm going to be reviewing that very shortly, so stay tuned for that, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.